Are unmuted.
Oh no, unmute.
So guys, how are y'all?
Howdy.
Welcome back to the Options Like Podcast.
Oh shit, what up, guys?
The only podcast that guarantees to be here every Friday night,
Yes, Fridays
whether you have power or not.
for sure.
This is all for the Texas fans.
They still haven't cut our power yet, so
Yeah,
I'm good.
When I'm not prepared, guys. Sorry, started way too early. Anyways, this is a podcast where me and Ruben we get together on Friday nights. We talk about video games and just share it with you guys and let y'all know what's going on. And just appreciate it. You guys are here. You guys could be anywhere else right now, but you know, seeing you here in chat or listening to us on a podcast and whatever platform of your choice, we really appreciate it. And you guys want to help us out, like I said, guys, we do this because we love doing it. And if you guys want to help us out, the best way to do that is just tell a friend.
That's right.
Straight up, just tell a friend.
That's right.
But anyways, guys, we start off every episode with how was your week? Ruben, what'd you do?
Oh man, this week was actually okay at work. The only thing that was really bothering me was like the heat. Like it was pretty bad. It was so bad I was breaking out in like heat rashes on my forearms, like all right here, all the way down. I still got like some stuff, and I was like super like itchy, bro. It's
dehydrated.
No, I drank.
You probably drank too much Saturday.
A gallon of water at least a day. I would fill up my canteen twice, at least twice, and it was already filled up whenever I got to work. So like almost a gallon and a half. Like by the end of the day, I still had like a half gallon or so left. Or not a half gallon, but like half of my half gallon left. So it was just really, really hot, man. And I got to go back in tomorrow. So fun times. I got to run Monday because we're going to be closed Monday, the July 5th. So we're getting ahead. So
That's right.
tomorrow I'll do Monday. On Monday I'll do Tuesday, so on and so forth. Where on Friday I'll end up on Monday. And then that way we'll be off Monday. I come back to work for Tuesday and ready to go back to a normal week until Labor Day, whenever everything
September?
gets screwed up. Yeah.
First Monday, I think.
Right. So that's when everything will get screwed up again.
Get shifted over.
Fun times. But I had most of my product this week, I would say. I made a nice little bonus today. It was very nice for some sales that I made a few months back because they pay us out like every 3 months or so. So it was a nice little check. Me and Alice finalized our vacation plans. So I'll be gone September 11th, which is a Saturday, flying out to New Mexico. And then we'll be in New Mexico until Friday around 6. And I'll be back and I'll be doing podcasts both the Friday before and the Friday when I get back.
Put someone else in.
It's all good, bro. I don't miss a show, bro.
Jet lag.
That's my fucking thing. I don't miss shows. I don't call out, bro.
You're
I don't call out. I'm working, bro.
Iron Man achievement. They're gonna retire your jersey.
They're gonna retire my jersey, bro. 200 episodes.
So when like the next gen of Options Select podcast take over,
yeah,
it'll be like
when our non-existent kids take over the podcast.
It'll be it's like, remember like they had the Man Show. It used to be Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was like
Joe Rogan and
Doug
and
Stan.
Jim Norton, I think.
I thought it was Doug Stanhope.
Oh, it was Stanhope. Yeah, you're right.
And I watched it a couple times, like, hey, Jimmy Kimmel. And that was like Jimmy Kimmel. That's when Jimmy Kimmel was doing everything. He was doing blackface, Karl Malone, remember?
Oh,
and
yeah.
And he retroacted, he's like, oh, wait, I never did that.
I did bad
like,
things.
Bro, come on. It happened. It was in the name of humor. Whatever. He used to have girls bouncing on trampolines.
Yep.
Shut up. Now he's all like...
And now he's crying on the air.
Oh, God, yeah. Anyway, sorry,
so
guys.
sad.
Yeah, I want to tangent there. That's going to be us, though. We'll be like hardcore left wing. Censoring everything.
So we finalized our vacation plans. We're going to be going to Albuquerque, going to hang out there for a little while. Check out like the mountains and like go hiking on some trails and stuff.
For sure.
We'll be staying in downtown Albuquerque, but you know, traveling around the surrounding area, checking it out. I've actually never been to Albuquerque, so I'm kind of excited. I know it's like not like the destination. Like originally, it was supposed to be like Canada.
We wanted like Oregon or Colorado.
We wanted to go to Canada this time, but Canada wants you to quarantine for 3 days when you arrive, and then
3 days before you show up.
3 days before you, So you'd have to quarantine like nonstop, and then you know take a COVID test in order to walk into the country. So
I'm good.
Yeah, we're good. We just decided to go somewhere else, and then maybe next year we can try going out of country. And you know what we weren't thinking? I didn't think about it today when I was finalizing everything. I was like, you know what we didn't think of? Fucking Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico?
Because Puerto Rico is an American colony / state, and you don't even need a visa to get in, dude. You just go straight in that place. Like you own that motherfucker. Like, so
hi.
What's up, guys? I'm American, just like you guys, with no state representation.
Es americano, yeah. Americano.
Enjoy all of our laws with no representation, guys. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
that's weird.
You're
So
welcome.
fucking weird.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Miracle. So like I didn't think about that one. So we're planning on going out of country for sure next time. Getting the hell out of the United States for like a week or so. But so we finalized that. Grandmasters on Destiny 2 came out this week, and me and Jackal and Hayes, all a part of the clan.
Raid?
It's Grandmasters is the strikes, but
Okay.
the hardest difficulty of it. So you're always under leveled by like 25 light
Oh.
level. So
So it's an uphill battle.
it's an uphill battle, and you have to be very coordinated and work together, and just like any other kind of MMO activity, but this one's extremely hard. There's a badge that you get, the little titles that you put on that people put under their names, like in MMOs and stuff. Well, if you get all 6 this season, it gives you the Conqueror badge, which is pretty cool. So you just have like Conqueror under your name. So that's what we're shooting for now. But all my characters are at max light cap or whatever. And it's just like the season artifact or whatever that increases you at this point. So it's just earning XP, which is a grind. So we did that Tuesday, and then I hadn't really played since. Just because
that much, did you?
There's nothing else for me to do. I've been getting off late Wednesdays and Thursdays. Like I'm not getting home until 6. So I haven't really had the time to stream those days. And then today with the podcast, I don't really get to do it. So like Monday and Tuesday I do stream, and then like on the weekends I'll stream. But like I can't really do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because by the time I start streaming, it's like I can do an hour, and then like that's it. Like I'm okay, gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
So I did Monday and Tuesday. I'll probably do tomorrow after work because Alice has got to work. I'm gonna hang out with Miles as well. But like I said, I got off of Destiny Tuesday after we completed the Grandmaster, which was the hardest one of the season of the first 6 weeks. So the next ones are gonna be kind of a lot easier. They're not as difficult as this one was. This one's just a pain in the ass. It's called Glassway, and it's terrible. Everybody knows. So I did play a lot of Ratchet and Clank this week. I still haven't completed it yet, but I'm kind of a completionist in
I saw that
game.
name of the title of your stream. Like, who throws a wrench?
Honestly.
from Rick and
Yeah, Austin Powers, man.
yeah,
I love that
International Man of Mystery. Honestly, who throws a shoe?
Who throws
his
a shoe?
His name was Random Task.
Random Task. That's right. So so I did a little bit of Ratchet and Clank this week as well. The Steam summer sale's going on right now, but I don't really see too much that I wanted to pick up at like this point in time. I just want to clear up kind of like the backlog now. Now that I've maxed out the
Credit card?
Destiny 2, so credit card ain't maxed out player. This thing stays at a 0 balance. But now that Destiny's 2 is just kind of like on a coast mode. I'm just doing it like once a week basically to get that strike out of the way and get that done. But other than that, some Ratchet and Clank. I plan on going back to Mass Effect pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
After I'm done with Ratchet and Clank. And I still gotta do Bloodborne and all that other bullshit that I gotta do.
I thought you said you're a Souls player.
Bro, I thought you said you was a Souls player, bro.
So you play all of them, right?
Cause I'm your boy. Cause I'm
them,
your
right?
boy, and I had to buy you one
them all,
because
right?
you weren't gonna buy it.
at $30 at $30
50% off.
at $30 for the GOTY.
Yeah, the
all the
GOTY.
definitive.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I gotta take because he's like, check out your Steam library. I was like, okay. I was like,
Kappa.
got it all. I was like,
Kappa.
damn.
You're
all right,
welcome.
All right, and I gotta play it. I can't be a fucking fraudulent.
Nah,
I
bro.
can't be a
Because you
fake
play all
Souls
those
player.
games, right?
I gotta play them all. So I'm gonna play it.
Gotta play them all. Dark Souls. So yeah. So plan on going back to
How's Ratchet and Clank? Still
Ratchet and
liking
Clank
it?
is
Still good?
amazing, man. It's
no problems, no bugs, no crashes
not at all.
compared to like any of the earlier PlayStation 5 games. 'Cause I know some of them
Yeah, I had some
bugs here
issues
and
with
there.
Returnal
Morales,
and
no?
Miles Morales. Yeah. But no, so far so good. The game runs perfect. But every time like I log into the PlayStation, it always seems to have an update for it, which is strange. But whatever they're updating, I haven't even looked at the patch notes or anything like that. So, as far as this weekend goes, like I said, I got to work tomorrow. I plan on hanging out with Miles. City Acres got a what is it? Anniversary party. So me and Miles are gonna go hang out there and have a few brewskis, and I'm trying to hang out with him as much as possible before he takes off, because I love that guy, and I kind of hate him at the same time. I'm ready for him to leave. I'm kind of ready for you to go. Just take a little walk into the sunset, bro. Never come back to
Retire
Texas.
him.
Retire his jersey.
He'll come back in 2 years.
No, I know. Yeah, sure. So yeah, man, that was pretty much like my week in a nutshell. And the work was nice.
Imagine if he comes back from Boston and he has like an accent. Hey, what's up, guys? You guys got some
you
wicked beer?
wicked smart.
You guys want to watch the Bruins?
Smart in the car with the bar. You
Like
know
what?
I'm saying? Yeah, what?
Like, what the fuck you talking about?
Speak Texan.
Man, you mean yes?
Speak Texan, bro. That's what you're good
I
at.
can't wait. He comes
You
back.
got use guys. He's gonna start saying
What?
use guys and stuff.
What? You guys like Marky Mac?
He's like, I grew up in Southie the whole
I'm
time.
a Southie. Like, no, you're not, bro.
He's gonna be wearing Red Sox
You're
jerseys.
not. You're from Fresno.
He's gonna be wearing fucking Patriots
Yeah.
jerseys.
Pats.
He's gonna be like, oh,
Drinking
fucking Tom
St.
Brady's a hack, bro. Tom Brady sucks. He should have never left and won a championship somewhere else. He didn't make the team. Oh boy. But yeah, man, that was my week, dude. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too nothing too. It's
been hot out there.
It's hot, bro.
Effing hot.
Hot. I get so drained, like mentally drained. And then like the car ride back is terrible. Because like half the time in the extreme heat, like the AC isn't working. So it's like 105 degrees, and then like my
You're in a
AC's like,
sauna.
nah,
you got the
bitch.
heat shock proteins
Nah,
for free.
bitch.
180 degrees.
And I don't
20
have it.
sauna?
And I don't have any AC in the work truck either. So it's just been brutal. Like it's 120 degrees
I
in
love
that
it when,
truck.
when someone asks me, "Oh, you got AC in there, or fans, right?"
yeah, 30 miles an
No.
hour for
Yeah.
5 minutes.
I was like, you don't like. No, what do you expect? That's how you keep
You
budgets
want
down.
you want your packages to cost more to ship?
Yeah,
Is that what you want?
That's how you keep prices down.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Is this what you like?
Sacrificing myself.
Sacrifice my body for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was my week, dude. How about you? How was your week? Dude?
Week was pretty good. Not too bad. Can't complain. Actually worked a full 5 days this week.
Ooh, hey,
I don't think I was telling Mikkel, I was like, I don't think I worked a full week in like weeks.
must be nice,
Yeah,
dude. I got one next week.
I've been getting like days off and shit, like random days off.
I'm gonna work 6
But the
days
thing is,
this week.
but I told Mikkel, I was like, oh, my paycheck's gonna take a hit. She's like, well, it's okay. It's once in a while.
eh.
And the thing is, like, it's like it's halfway through the year, so like, I pay out my car insurance, you know, at the halfway of the 6 months policy. Yeah, you
Right.
animal.
Sorry.
Put on this one.
All right, my bad, dude. Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Relax, dude.
Cheap one.
Calm down.
Cheap one.
Cálmate.
Calmado.
Calma, tranquilo.
Chill.
Tranquilo.
Fucking chill. Right, but I'm talking. These are pretty good.
What is that? Oh, a sponsor. Crooked.
Not sponsored, guys.
Crooked
Not sponsored,
marker.
but like I was
Label out, bitch.
labeled. Nah, that's what they pay me. Like
I got my label out like a
at,
champ.
at Mouse's birthday party over at Jen and Browse, and thank you for Jen and
Oh,
Browse
yes,
for letting us
thank
hang
you.
out. But someone for there, I think it was one of Mike's shipments friend. Shipment. I said Mike in this shipment.
Miles.
I said, one of Miles' friend. He's like, oh, you like those hard seltzers? I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, they're tasty.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, compared to beer, like I'm trying to like watch the carbs,
Yeah.
so it's a lot better.
Right. And it also hydrates you as you're drinking.
I don't know if
them.
is that true or not.
Yeah, there was water. Water.
yeah,
First,
I don't
the
know.
first thing is probably water,
Water.
right?
But it's all water.
Carbonated water. Yeah, so you're good.
I mean, so it's like well, it's something lighter, so I can still get fucked up and keep my shit together.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah, you
my-
don't feel
and
as
keep,
bad.
and keep my waistline somewhat intact.
That's better than drinking Smirnoff Ice.
Oh, we used to drink those when we were younger.
Yeah.
And they would like give them to somebody. You just got ice, bro.
Pure sugar.
Yeah.
Pure sugar, bro.
So bad.
Why did we do those things?
I don't know. We're dumb.
Still are. Well,
Yeah,
anyway.
still dumb. Yeah. No, the week was pretty good. Not too bad. Work was the usual. It was freaking. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. I saw one of my customers. He had one of those a band around his and he says exercise. He's like, yeah, I got this Whoop. I'm like, oh, you got a Whoop, and I heard from the Joe Rogan, from
Right.
the sponsorship and stuff. And I was like, oh, he's telling me more about it, and he's showing me the app and tells you like, you're in recovery phase or you're working out too much, and just different information. I was like,
Right.
that's pretty cool and awesome, and I would like to try it out. But me, I'm one of those persons that becomes a slave to the numbers because at this point now I stop. Like when it comes to my fasting, I just eat at noon
Yeah.
or 1 o'clock. That's when you can break your fast.
Right.
You don't need to constantly have a timer and my weight. I don't even check my weight anymore. Like if I feel good, I'm doing good. I'm fine.
Right.
I still fit in my clothes. I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
But
When
I
it
know-
starts getting tight.
when it's getting tight, that means you gotta tighten up, boy. But now that's so I was like, if I get this Whoop, I'm gonna be a slave to the numbers.
It's also a subscription service.
And yes. So I looked it
I
up,
didn't
right?
realize that.
I looked it up, right? So I was like, well, you know what? Mikkel, she's a nerd for numbers. She loves putting things in graphs and crunching things.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect for her. I'll get it. I was like, check it out, see what you think. So she went to the website and looked at the ad, the commercial. It's the most weirdest video. Like it shows these two like sexy athletic people,
Of course.
whoa, we need to sleep, and like they're pulling the blanket off of themselves.
You need it.
And then all the numbers, like it was like the weirdest commercial, like not telling you anything about the product. I'm like, okay, let's go to like a YouTube, what it is, you know?
Right.
So we saw some of it. Okay, cool, interesting, different activities, a whole and information and the app and everything. All right, you interested? Because she's like, yeah, that seems like fun. Okay, just look more on the website. $30 a month or $24 a month for a year subscription. I'm like, wait, a month? If it was like $30 a year, I'd be like, okay, sure, just give it a shot. A whole no, I'm sorry, like like nah, like it's interesting and cool, but at the same time it's like I already have so many subscriptions, like do I need more?
I think a Fitbit will do just fine.
Yeah,
just fine.
Yeah, so Mikkel's
You're
smartwatch,
not a fucking professional fighter.
Yeah, I'm not trying to min max and crunch everything, like if I feel good, I feel good. If I feel like I'm tired and I need to get some, like, have just a regular active recovery day, I'll do some stretches or just relax and chill.
Yeah.
I just like
one of my stops, he had it on, and I was like, how is it? He's like, oh, it's good. And he goes, but one thing they don't tell you is that it's a subscription. I'm like, what? I was like, how much is the subscription? Like $5 a month or something? He's like, no, like 25, 30. I was like, what? What?
Yeah, if it was like, like 30 a year, I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Let's try 1 year. See if we like it. Cool. If not,
yeah, it's
a month?
crazy,
nah, bro.
Nah.
Like, come on.
Hell with that.
I could get HBO Max with 10 people, no ads, premium with live TV
for $15 a month.
Yeah,
and sit on my ass.
Yeah,
and have an active recovery day.
And have an active recovery day while I watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm relaxed. I know.
Exactly. Yeah. Game of Thrones on. Okay, I'm gonna go exercise.
I'm going. Season 8. I'm out.
It's an hour and a half. Okay. No. So work was okay. I played a lot of Guilty Gear. I played it Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, and I was like, okay, I think I already told everybody already, but like, I don't want to get stuck just playing Kaikisuke.
Right.
So I've been trying everybody else. So I tried Ramlethal, I tried Giovanna, and I tried Zato.
Okay. What'd you think?
And I'm enjoying the first two. Zato, he's a puppet character, so you're controlling Zato, but you're also controlling Eddie, his persona, not his persona, but like his alter ego. Yeah, persona. His alter ego. So you have to control both of them at the same time and attack. I'm like, bro, I do not have galactic brain.
Ice climbers?
Kind of like that, yeah. I was like, I do not have the galactic brain to play this guy. I mean, he's cool and awesome, but like me, how I play, like, that's not gonna fit. But I gave him a shot. Tried him out, and now I think next I'm gonna try Potemkin or Leo or who else? Soul Bad Guy.
Soul Bad Guy. Yeah. Greatest name of all time.
Yeah, the best. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I want to try everybody else.
Right.
And I played some online matches, and I played with some friends, and it was fun. I'm enjoying the game. I wanted to play Final Fantasy. Get back into that. Didn't.
Yeah. Well.
Wanted to get back into D-Lit Record of Lotus War. Didn't. The thing is, when I'm not playing Guilty Gear, I feel like I'm rusting away.
Right.
I feel like everything that I just learned and executed, like I'm forgetting it. Fuck. So I feel like I have to be on top of that game.
Yeah, that's
to be good.
That's how I was feeling about Destiny. Like Destiny had me in. You know what I mean? Like I felt like every day I was missing out. Like every day I didn't play, I was like, "Fuck, what did I miss?"
You're missing on something.
I'm missing that power creep, or
you're not maxing things out or something like that, or minimizing your errors.
I was like, that one day I didn't play, I could have got that god tier drop that I didn't get.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
or even like when I play against other Kaikiskas online, I'm like, oh, so you could do this, a 2 heavy slash Roman cancel into. I was like, just playing other people. Oh shit.
Right,
and I'm actually having fun. The music's fun, the gameplay's fun, and playing with, and like I said, I was playing with my buddy 777 he's over there on the West Coast.
What's up, Trip?
And the connection was flawless.
Nice,
easy. I was playing with Johnny, who's just on the other side of town. Flawless, and then I was able to. We made a lobby, and I was able to spectate their match.
Right,
and it was just
delay.
I was just sitting in there watching them play, and then we rotate next. I was like, man, this is so awesome. I'm really impressed on how they're doing the whole online stuff with Guilty Gear. Yeah. So I've been enjoying that. I want to play other games, but let's see. Exercising, still sticking with the whole kettlebell workout, mixing it in with the On 6 one and the 30-minute workouts here and there.
Nice.
So I've been doing that. What else? As for TV, I'm finishing JoJo's Bizarres. Diamonds Are Unbreakable. I'm getting close to finishing that one up. So
Yeah, I don't even think I watched anything this week.
no TVs.
No, I didn't watch anything. I did download Nobody, the one with the guy from Better Call Saul.
What's his name? Ozenberg. He has an odd name. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to watch that probably like Sunday in the morning, maybe. Oh no, I have D&D on Sunday. Never mind, I can't even do that on
D&D's
Sunday.
back.
D&D's back, bro.
Oh, it's back on the menu, boys.
Back on the menu, boys. So we'll probably do some D&D Sunday. I forgot about that.
Nice.
Oops.
Oops. Someone's like, well, no one told me.
I just cancel 5 minutes before the.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Morris, I can't make it.
Can't make it.
I've got coronavirus. That's the excuse.
Again.
I got coronavirus again. But
Can we
you're
just-
vaccinated.
Can we do it from home?
Did I?
Yeah, everyone wants to do it from home now.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there watching the movie while you're
Roll for me. Roll for me. Move my icon.
Roll
Move
dice.
my character.
Oh yeah, but so you worked out. You didn't watch anything. I didn't. I mean,
Just, yeah,
JoJo's.
some JoJo's. That's about it. Did some. What else? I was gonna say did some stuff in the. Oh, Saturday. Before we went to Miles's birthday party at the Browser's house. Went to go help my brother out putting in a. Help my brother and my dad put it in the toilet.
Right.
So you just had to put the wax ring on the bottom.
Right. They
And make
just,
sure the toilet's seated in there, and just like I was like, oh, new
skill
skill
acquired.
acquired. Like
Like you're like
leveling
Neo in the
up.
Matrix when he
Yeah,
gets
just
plugged in.
learning,
I
like,
know kung fu.
Now I could put and I know install a toilet. Like sweet.
I know
you
how to put a toilet
Just
in.
hanging out with dad. I see like just learn all these things.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I appreciate it. And even my mom messaged me. She's like, "Dad was really happy he was able to work
Yeah,
with
man.
you and Adrian and working on projects." I'm like, "Oh, good."
That's really cool that you getting to do that. Like while my dad was still active, I had the privilege and opportunity to work for him
Mm-hmm.
in a dealership. So I got a lot of that knowledge, the car knowledge that I have from my dad. So
That's good.
I mean, I didn't learn everything that he knows because motherfucker's a wizard when he's
a car
behind it.
wizard.
When he's got an engine in front of him, that motherfucker just knows everything. And I mean motherfucker literally. But he knows everything that I mean not everything, but he knows a lot about cars, man. And he's a wizard behind under the hood. So I got the privilege of working with him for a few years and learning a lot from him. So it's always nice to like learn that skill base that your father has, or like I mean, even if it's something that you already know and like trying to, I guess like, you know, like if he was trying to tell you like, oh, this is how you do a heavy slash Roman cancel. You're like, oh, that's
Get a different perspective on things. Yeah. And I forgot to say happy belated Father's Day to everybody.
All the dads
I
out
totally
there.
forgot about. We're so busy about E3.
Nobody cares about Father's
No one
Day.
cares. I was thinking about that too, because like I was thinking about like at work. I'm like, you know what? Usually on Mother's Day we get like a rush of
Right.
like extra stuff, you know, a couple of days leading up to it. But for Father's Day, it was like
Nothing. Yeah, that's the same with us. Mother's Day is our busiest day of the year, and our slowest day of the year is Father's Day.
because everybody knows Father's Day, you're just gonna like grill in the
Yeah,
backyard,
no, they just leave me alone
right?
for an entire day. Let
I
me
wouldn't do
watch
nothing.
sports. Let me watch the action movie.
I saw someone post a meme where it says, if she could move a baby stroller, she could mow the lawn. Enjoy your weekend, kings.
Enjoy your weekend, King.
Yeah, if she can move a stroller, she can move the
She can move the lawnmower.
She can mow the lawn, yeah.
You can get one of those robots and just put a lawnmower blade on it.
Little DJ Roombas.
The DJ Roombas. Have they done one of those yet? That'd be kind of cool. I think it'd have a wire path that they follow on the ground.
Maybe.
Anyway,
But if you're that rich, you probably have a crew.
for sure. You
Yeah.
got to make it, perfect. But yeah, shouts out to all the dads out there that had a
happy belated Father's Day.
happy belated
Hope you
Father's
enjoyed
Day.
it.
Yeah, we were too busy with E3 coverage.
EV3 coverage, and then
Yeah,
whatever.
it is what it is. But what do you got this week, Papa?
speaking of E3,
Oh shit, E3 coverage.
I had a massive drop off. Trying to work on that. So what I saw was right off the rip. I saw Activision CEO Bobby Kotick gives himself a bonus of $155 million. Activision Blizzard shareholders approving with a 54% vote. So
Does he own 54% of the company?
I don't know if it was 54% of the vote, but apparently from the shareholders. And apparently, like, I don't have all the information, but what I gathered was he's like, oh, I'll give up some of my annual earnings,
Right.
part of my salary,
Right.
but he got kicked back from like trading in stocks and sharing it back and
Right.
selling it. Like this mother.
So how do you feel? How do you feel about that? So like Jeff Bezos,
Yeah,
his annual salary is like 80 grand or something like that. but he's the richest man in America,
Yeah.
right? But he only makes $80,000
And he
from.
like filed for like tax break for his children or something like that.
Oh, bro, it's insane.
Yeah.
They pay like zero taxes.
It's all it loops
Yeah.
and getting around and jumping through. It's like that's
But
insane.
How do you feel about
What upsets me is like with Activision, because we heard about how there was like layoffs.
massive layoffs?
Yeah, there was layoffs, you know, in like in I think some of the Europe offices and then some of the US offices, and I was like, bro, these guys are getting laid off during this time,
Right.
and you're jumping
And-
through loopholes to get, you know, less money back, but then you're getting a $155 million like bonus. Like, come on,
Right.
dude.
And also at the same time, like people are jumping ship from Blizzard Activision to like go start their own studios. Like we
Yeah.
talked about it all last year
Definitely.
about like 6 different companies that sprang out from these guys that had either gotten laid off or they
Yeah.
waited for their holiday bonus
Yeah,
and
just
then they were
recently
fucking
Jeff Kaplan,
chunkus.
he left for the guy from Overwatch.
Right.
Yeah.
So as far as I mean it is a business and I understand that. And what it doesn't bother me that he gave himself a bonus. What bothers me is that he gave himself a bonus whenever
His
they laid
employees.
off so many
Yeah.
people, and then they're mistreating their employees and all that stuff, and you know, putting them through crunch and all this other stuff, and you know what is the biggest thing right now is like I've been seeing so many news stories like oh well this game is being made with zero crunch. Like this game is being made with zero crunch.
It's
Like
like
that's like the news story.
It's like having like like Dolphin Safe
right.
or
Which is
locally
bullshit.
It is, yeah.
But like Ratchet and Clank was made with zero crunch. Psychonauts 2 is being made with zero crunch so far. You know, like things like that. Like I'm reading news stories and I'm like, how is this news? You mean they're doing their job correctly and they're not
right way, proper management and laying things out and having like reasonable expectations
Exactly.
on when to do things.
So that's what really grinds my gears about him giving himself a $155 million bonus. I mean, granted, it's probably a drop in the bucket compared to what Activision actually made for the entire year, given that everybody plays Warzone and then it's constantly at the top of the MPD reports and how many people pay extra money just to get into the battle pass and like fall off the battle pass or stay
Yeah.
playing, and you know what I mean? Like I mean, and not only that, but WoW at the same time. And then now you have Diablo 2 Resurrected coming back.
Yeah.
You got Diablo 4 next year. I'm assuming maybe the year after. Like they've got some
Overwatch
hitters.
2.
Overwatch 2, which I don't know why that's happening, but yes.
I really don't know.
Nobody knows. Nobody wants PvE in Overwatch, let's be real. But yeah, like they know Activision Blizzard knows how to pull people into their games and they know how to monetize on them very well. Which is I guess where Bungie learned all their fucking stuff from.
Yeah.
You know, Activision.
Well, yeah, I
and all that
mean,
stuff as well.
I read somewhere that said Bobby Kotick, I think when he first took over, I think Activision was like back in 2010 or 2000. I forgot. I don't know exactly what.
Right.
But when he first took over, it was like a $20 million company, and now it's like in the billions. So I
Mhm.
mean, something was done differently and better to make revenue. But it's like after a while, it's like, damn, dude, like
Yeah.
you got all this money. At some point, like you gotta like make everybody else in your team better.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and freaking what, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, part of the Activision thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing just printed money.
Yeah.
Dude, they've got so many good franchises and things that they could do, and you know they're gonna continue to do it. I don't blame them for it, but yeah, $155 million after you laid off like hundreds of people kind of sucks, dude. That's kind of a shit.
Yeah, and I was reading the story. It says so Bloomberg reported that that the layoffs affected less than 2% of the company's employees. So it was roughly 190 employees. U.S. workers laid off will receive a minimum of 90 days severance and health benefits up to a year, and each employee laid off was given $200 gift cards to BattleNet. It's like, are you serious? Like, here's
$200 gift cards to BattleNet.
BattleNet, guys. So you could get that.
Awesome. I can play
get that
WoW
Spectral
for. I can pay WoW for.
Spectral mount.
Yeah, but I can also play the game online for I don't know 10 months.
It's
Like,
insane. I was like, what? Like, well,
that's crazy, dude. That's
Yeah.
insane. But you know, shouts out to him for playing and gaming the system. He's playing his own game.
yeah, he really is. He really is.
He's got his own thing. He don't play games. He can go fuck. He's
Good,
trying to
yeah,
make that
yeah,
money.
this stuff becomes it's a we all know it's a business, and we understand,
Right,
you know. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you got to take care of people, man.
for sure.
'Cause if
Take
not-
care of him.
'Cause if not,
Always.
it's just gonna be everybody's gonna be upset, and
And then
you'll hear horror stories.
Jump ship like
And then
crazy.
they'll become whistleblowers because that, I mean, that's what started with Crunch. You know, we started hearing it big time around 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, what game was it?
Cyberpunk.
It was we heard it was big on Cyberpunk, but there was another game. I want to say it was. But yeah. Ever since then, we've just been hearing more and more of it, and it's kind of become the industry norm.
Yeah, that's another. That's another negative.
And they talk about it, and I've heard stories where people say like it's well, even if you do say something, you're not unionized, so if you don't like it, they'll just get rid of you or you quit. And the thing is, there's so many people that want to try to get into it that they're eager to put themselves in that don't mind getting in that position. I was like, fuck, it just sucks.
Yeah, man. And it's like I was listening to this podcast on like the moon landings and stuff, like the original moon landing. It was called like 13 Minutes to the Moon. It was by BBC or something. I can't remember. But it was just like they were talking to like all the NASA engineers who were like in their mid-20s, and like this is way before video games or like personal computers and stuff. But they were just talking about like how they were always on, like they were there, they were working on this project or whatever. They're trying to put a fucking man on the moon, which is like one of the hardest things to do in the 60s when technology is so limited, right?
And they're doing like actual calculations on chalkboard,
like
and stuff.
On fucking whiteboards and chalkboards and all that stuff. But they were like always working, and like one of the main things was like we were always there, and it wasn't called crunch. It was called getting your fucking job done, like to get a man on the moon safely. But like it was just like all of our fucking relationships and marriages like just deteriorated just because like we were always at work. Like I was always
that was your life.
Yeah, that was my life. Like my sole goal was to be a part of that group that got Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin onto the moon. Fucking crazy shit. So I mean, I liken what they go through to get this game out kind of in the same thing. Like they're not landing a man on the moon, but they're trying to get their game out on time and be well received and make a shitload of money so they can make another game and keep on going. And the cycle repeats itself. But it sucks that they, that some people would have to, or some companies would have to crunch or whatever. Like it sucks. Yeah. It sucks. But like shit, sometimes I got to crunch. Sometimes you got to crunch at work, especially during peak, especially during peak. So, it sucks, but that's I feel like it's part of the industry. What doesn't need to be a part of the industry is a little bit of the crunch needs to go away. And I think a little bit of the sexism and all that shit.
Well, definitely. Of course, that for sure, but definitely just better management, setting expectations, like knowing the game is not ready, talk to your shareholders, or or telling the audience not to have these kind of high expectations, or not, it's not ready yet. Vice versa, balancing that. Yeah,
they need to balance expectations a little bit more.
Definitely,
not everything can just come out. I mean, like Call of Duty wasn't the greatest game. 1 and 2 weren't the greatest games. They were fun, but it, once Modern Warfare took off and skyrocketed that game into the
and also having competition with Battlefield, knowing that hey, these other guys are with EA's Battlefield, and knowing like hey, these guys are trying to corner in the market, so we have to do what they're doing better,
right?
To draw people in,
Yeah, definitely that. So yeah, man. I mean, crunch and all that shit sucks, and that homeboy made some money though. He made more money than like most of his developers. I'll tell you that.
I think on the list, I think I was like up there with some of the top CEOs and everything. I was like, Jesus Christ. Well, if money makes him happy,
sure,
can't take him with you.
Why not?
You can't take it with you.
No,
that's what I tell myself. You like when people ask me like, you want to work overtime?
That's why I bought that bullshit ass game.
Just gonna sit there.
Just gonna sit there, collect dust in the digital cloud.
I'd be like, I gotta clear out my hard drive. It's not even on there yet. I don't
didn't even install it. I don't want to play with you.
I'll go back to Demon Souls. I'll wait till Elden Ring comes out.
You gotta play Sekiro before Elden Ring comes out.
I have 6 months. To
do it. 6 months supposedly.
Yeah,
allegedly.
It was fun talking about Elden Ring. I'm going a little bit off the cuff here, but
it's all good.
I was talking to Travis last Saturday, but he said he just got into Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, I've been watching him play online.
Like, I don't know why it took me so long to get into this game. I was like, man, this is a really good game. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So I was just like, and we were talking about what we thought about Elden Ring, the trailer and stuff, and how it's. I was having a conversation with one of my online buddies. Like, yeah, I think it's gonna be like open world, like MMO. I'm like, I don't think it'll be MMO. Like, I mean, I'll have a open world, like a big place, but I don't think it'll be like the MMO, like massive multiplayer online. I think you could play up to with 3 other people, so you can have 4 people. So I could say multiplayer online, but nothing massive.
Yeah, I would say like more Destiny-ish minus the raids. Like you land on a planet, you have a nice open area that you can explore and do your thing, and then like you would have to go to another area, a world or whatever.
Yeah, but it was just so weird. Like he said MMO. I'm like,
nah.
I don't think. I think that's a different kind of. It's almost like a different genre. I don't know.
It's gonna be an MMO, right?
Yeah, right?
Right?
No. Well, I mean, I'm just hoping that they take their time with the game and just make it better. And like, and I hope it doesn't be like. I hope it doesn't. Let's just say if it's kind of MMO-esque, it's not like under the tropes of, oh, here's microtransactions and here's I'll make your mount look like a spectral tiger.
I don't think they've ever done
like
that.
Why? Like that's what I hope it doesn't become. Like you know, like a lot of like the World of Warcraft, their MMOs where like here's a little companion. Like no, I don't want From Software games or Souls series games to become like that. I want it, even though like I do like change with some games, you know, change it up, do something different.
Right.
But these Souls games, I don't want it to be something that's so different that it's not even a Souls game anymore. You know what you're getting into when you play these games.
I don't think they ever even put out like DLC.
They put some DLC out.
Some DLC,
yeah,
right?
I know. Dark Souls 3 had it was the City of Rings and Shadows of Andril.
Oh, that's right.
And then so did Bloodborne. I think it was like Blood of the Old Hunters and something else.
But there's definitely no predatory practices. Like, hey, we're just giving you more content.
Yeah,
enjoy
it's just, here's
content.
a DLC. Here's 3 hours DLC, 5 hours, whatever it is.
Right.
You know, $9.99, whatever it is.
Enjoy.
Yeah, it's not like, hey, now you get a nice Murloc hat.
Right.
For your
bullshit staff that's gonna do nothing.
Yeah, it's none of that. And here's a little Zerg companion. Like I said, I just don't want it to be that. Like I said, if they change some things up, like they're making it open world, okay, or you're playing with more people, up to 3 more people to play online. Okay,
right.
Cool. I understand. You're still like within the realms of what a From Software game is. But when you start doing like this microtransactions, like yeah, you're getting money, but at a certain point, when do you start losing vision of your goals?
Right.
Just to make X amount of money from microtransactions.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I believe that Dark Souls doesn't really need MTXs. I don't think that they've never talked about it. They've not, if it does happen, like loot boxes and stuff like that, then we might have like this conversation.
But you know what? But when you hear a From Software game, you should already know what you're getting yourself into.
Right, for sure. Yeah. You for sure should know that. And like if you don't, then you're in for a nice awakening.
You better Google that shit.
You better
talk to your friends.
That. Watch somebody play it on a dance pad because that shit's hilarious. But the main thing here is like I'm glad that one company has decided to keep it true to form as a video game, and they've never really shilled out like that. And I enjoy that about companies that do keep that going. Kind of like, I mean, name your Sony publisher. Like, there's no crazy microtransactions. There's no, crazy DLC. They
PD pools and loot boxes.
I mean, they do add like
stars.
some DLCs and all that stuff like that, but it isn't like the predatory practices of what like EA was doing or Overwatch or, name Activision, whatever, Warzone, whatever you want to call it. But even then, like, Warzone it's all cosmetic. Like, you don't have to buy into any of that stuff. You could just still play the game and enjoy yourself. So
I think that's kind of misleading a little bit. Like, you get everything just from in-game currency, but it's like they kind of like throttle it for the same time. It's like you're right, you can, but you have to play like 47 hours a day.
Nah, that's the battle pass where you have to pay for it. If you don't even go for the battle pass stuff, you can unlock all the weapons and all that stuff as long as you're keeping up with, playing the game. You can actually unlock everything. You're not going to get all the cool, fucking tracer ammo. You're not going to get the stupid fucking anime chick on the side of your gun.
I'm an anime chick.
Or, whatever costume for your character that you can't see.
That's the favorite part.
Whatever, stuff like that. Like,
they have an anime chick.
Yeah, they have like cover, little, on the side. Whatever. It is what it is. Like, you don't actually need any of that stuff. Like, I'm not going to call Call of Duty, I'm not going to call it predatory, but it kind of is given how popular it is. You know what I mean? But I don't think From Software is like even leaning in that direction. Like, I wouldn't even, like, if you didn't bring it up, I would have never associated the microtransactions.
The DLC that they sold was just like, extra content, like literally just extra content. Here's new area, new maps.
Right.
Not skins,
Right.
not shaders,
Yeah,
not
I don't ever see that.
companions.
I don't ever see that coming from software. Like, if you were to say microtransactions, like what companies like do you think is going to go for it this year? I'd be like, oh, well, definitely EA, and I would have named out all
Activision, yeah.
EA, Activision,
Anything Tencent.
Bungie,
Yeah.
Tencent, anything.
Yeah.
Path of Exile. I would have the last company on my list would have been like, oh, PlayStation and From Software. And
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have like some special editions and stuff where you get certain things, and I mean, the same thing could be said for a game like Guilty Gear Strive. Like, I bought the special edition and you bought the regular edition. The only thing I got apart from what you were getting is colors.
You got colors, and I think you got
And I got that first DLC.
season 1 character
first
passes,
characters.
which has already got data mined.
Yeah, did
was
they?
like, yeah,
I didn't even look at that.
Interesting. Okay.
But
going back to Sekiro, I remember when that game first came out. I remember there was conversations about people saying, "Hey, is there any way From Software you guys have put it on an easy difficulty setting?"
huh?
And that became a conversation. It's like at one point, do the developers say this is our game and you play it the way we intended,
Right.
or when do they have it make a game like super accessible so like everyone could play it? And I'm sure there are some games where you probably want everybody to play it, but when your genre is about
Being difficult.
soul crushing mechanics,
Mhm.
you kind of have to like, hey, this is what this game is.
This is what the game is.
Yeah, like if there's some games, I know Last of Us 2 is really good about having like a colorblind mode or
Accessibility options.
like those kind of accessibility where they want everybody to play it.
Right.
It's not about the punishing, getting your butt kicked and coming back. It's not about that.
It can be.
It can be if you said it that way. Because at some points you could
It's
start off
lethal mode.
Ghost of Tsushima. I know there's more damage, right?
Right. Lethal. You get more damage and you also take more damage.
But in Last of Us, the hard mode was you take away that sensory part, right?
yeah, the hard mode is if you die once, it's over. It's basically hardcore mode. So it's called lethal or some shit like that as well. But they can also take away like the wall sensory stuff and all that craziness, and like ammo becomes like famine
Super more
mode.
scarce. Yeah.
And you have to like kind of like sneak your way past or like figure it out. And yeah, like that game can be soul crushingly hard. But that's just default on From Software.
But that's the default.
That's default.
Yeah, and it was funny because I was talking to Mikkel about it. She's like, "Oh, I'll play. You think they're having like a easy mode on there?" I'm like, "I don't think so. Not Souls games. They're meant to be
soul crushing.
Yeah, I mean they'll give you the boss within 10 minutes, and this boss is a game check.
Right.
I mean I don't know. Oh yeah, like the first boss in Demon Souls 3, Gundux Lindir.
Right.
Because you literally fight him within like
30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes after the game says, "Hey, this is your base." Every
Right.
Souls game tells you
Here's how to
attack,
roll.
run,
Here's how to
scroll.
die.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they'll throw you like little zombies, and like here's the boss.
Read
Have at
the
it.
messages on the ground.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
put it all together. Go.
Yeah, and if you can't beat them, like this is what you're in. Like I remember reading the instruction manual.
There's instruction manual.
Yeah, I wish I had. I think I still have it. I still have it. But yeah, there's or a little insert or whatever.
Right.
It's like be prepared to die.
Right.
I was like, oh. And even then, like, because I got into Dark Souls because I saw Ian play it, and I was like, I died to Lundux Kandir. What I'm getting myself into.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But it was rewarding though.
Yeah. Once you beat that
Yeah.
boss, you're like, oh shit, I
It
beat
was
that
rewarding,
boss.
yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
achievement on its own. And the fucking thing doesn't even need to pop up saying that you got an achievement. It's just like, whoa, I beat him.
Yeah.
And then you become so good at the game that you just play naked, and then
Oh, those guys! I don't even know how they fucking do
And
that.
it's just-
I don't even know how those guys do that. Those guys are nuts. They're insane.
hitbox pros, dude. That's how they do it.
I saw that
Ooh.
a tweet from Super Science 890. He said that the total of the Guilty Gear Strive players on PC versus PlayStation, there is a total roughly on PC 146,000 players on PC for
Wow.
Guilty Gear,
Nice.
and on PlayStation roughly 85,000.
Okay.
I was like, wow, there's a lot more on PC than there is on PlayStation.
That's good. That's what, roughly 250,000 copies or so?
Almost double. Yeah, I was like, wow. Like I didn't think there was gonna be that many on PC compared to PlayStation. Which
Right.
surprised me.
I think everybody. I think that I think the game is a lot easier to run on PC, whereas but a lot of people have PlayStation 4s, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So the fact that more players are playing on PC, I mean, what is that really? What is that?
I don't know what does it attribute to?
Yeah, what is that attributed to?
Maybe all I could say is maybe the whole COVID part, and people want to play online, and I guess playing on PC, you have a better connection.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, I remember like trying to play online on the PlayStation 4,
Right.
and the hardware they have with their Wi-Fi or their internet, it just wasn't
Yeah.
like when I was playing Street Fighter. Like when I play on PC, like okay, not every match was buttery smooth, but for the majority, it was pretty good
Right.
compared to when I was playing on the PlayStation.
You know what I liked about playing on PC more than I know that I would have liked playing on PlayStation. Like I could have bought it on PlayStation 5, and I could have went and bought a new pair of sticks if I wanted to play with sticks, or with my gamepad or whatever like that. But what I liked about playing on PC is that Steven brought over his sticks, and I had my sticks. Mine are Xbox and his are PlayStation, and we both plugged them up, and it showed which buttons went to which controller, and we could play as a unifying,
Yeah, that's what it was, because
title.
when I played that one Saturday, Pete, Dirk, and Johnny came over, and they had different sticks, and Pete, he plays on an Xbox pad, so it was able to just plug and play and
Plug and
get in
play.
there
Love
and,
that shit.
and set it up.
Definitely couldn't do that on a PlayStation.
Yeah,
Definitely could not.
no.
But yeah, I like the fact that that PC has that ability to do so. They're not crossplay yet, right? Between PC and PS4
No.
PS5. And that's a shame. I think that they really should push that out there, given the fact that they're only on those two platforms.
Again, I thought that was like on Arxis's half at first.
It's definitely PlayStation.
But I think it's PlayStation.
definitely
Ever since
PlayStation.
hearing about the whole, oh, we could play, but we need,
We need that
'cause we talked about
cash,
it
yeah.
last week or the week before,
Yeah.
I was just like, maybe it's more on the PlayStation side. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the logistics for sure,
Right.
but like it now that that's come to light, like okay, it's not all about.
They
Arc
definitely
system.
need an opt out. Though, like we were playing Halo last night. Like me, my boy Spencer, and Carlos. We were all playing Halo last night, and it has an option inside of the settings where you can shut off, like where you can stick to whatever platform or whatever controller type that they're using. So if it's keyboard and mouse, you can stay with keyboard and mouse players only.
Okay.
If it's PC, you can stick with PC players only. If you're playing on Xbox, you can stick with Xbox players only. So you're not dealing with, whatever. But like Xbox now can use keyboard and mouse too. So it's just like sticking with your type. So if Arc Systems does go live with Guilty Gear Strive crossplay, and shills out to PlayStation, which is all fine. And then the bigger the community, the better is what I would
Definitely,
say.
for sure.
But they need to have that option. Sorry, they need to have that option built into the game. Where like if I'm on PC and I only want to play with PC players, I need to have that option to be like, hey, I only want to play with people on PC. I only want to play with people that have a LAN cable plugged in to their system, or I only want to play with people using sticks or gamepad or whatever. I think those options should be built into games that are crossplay.
Well, definitely for sure on Street Fighter 5, when you're setting the parameters of who you want to play with, like what connections you want, you can go with connections like whether between bars 1 through 5,
Right.
or any, or you could say with PlayStation only,
Right.
PC only, or whichever.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, so I know I've seen that on the Street Fighter 5 side. They done it there.
Yeah, they have done that.
So I mean, okay, so it's possible. So I mean, it can be done.
Yeah.
Capcom has done it. But what I have not seen is firsthand. I have not seen is when they say play with hardline only players,
Yeah.
or play with Wi-Fi or mix or whichever.
Isn't that
I haven't
Tekken?
seen. I know Tekken and Mortal Kombat NRS. They will give you like indicators if they are on Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
They'll let you know. Yeah, they'll let you know. Like before the match starts, like, hey, they have the Wi-Fi. They're playing off Wi-Fi,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
which is awesome, which is a good idea. If you can't choose between playing against someone who's hardlined or Wi-Fi, if they just give you like a Wi-Fi indicator,
Right.
You can see, like-
That would be cool. That would be good enough.
yeah,
Like good enough to like get that in there. But like if you play on a computer, Steam automatically detects like your graphics card. It detects
Oh,
your
yeah.
monitor, your RAM, your CPU. It knows if you have a actual like a LAN cable plugged in, or if you're on Wi-Fi. Like it knows all those things. And not only that, but Windows knows. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like Windows is like, you're on Wi-Fi. Do you want to set it as a metered connection or whatever? They have all these
Yep.
different systems in place for PC, and then they're also in the new consoles for sure, because like the new consoles, like if like on a Nintendo Switch, if you're Wi-Fi, it has the Wi-Fi symbol. If you're hardline, it has a hardline symbol. Like it tells you. So I mean, these consoles, no, they're smart enough. They have the processing power to just You know, it's just whether or not they want to implement them in their games. And I mean, I think it would cause a little bit of prejudice for people that can't be hardwired in, and you know, that's definitely a negative. They want people to play together regardless of whether they're hardwired or not. So I can see where that plays in. But just to have that option would be nice.
Yeah.
Like there's sometimes like, hey, I just want to play a few casual games. I don't give a fuck if you're Wi-Fi or hardwired, whatever. I just want to have a good time playing the game online, streaming, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I just want to have a good time. So like there's times where it doesn't, but it was like I want to play competitive. I want to play competitive with people who are actually competitive and not just falling on the crutch of, oh, I'm a Wi-Fi player, so I can.
See, that sucks. Yeah,
You know
because
what I'm
like even if I do just want to play some regular games, like I always want to make sure there's at least a good connection, because there's just so many times where it's just, oh, you're supposed to execute my combo. Oh, I can't because they just got rolled back. Like,
Right.
great. And now the match is over, and then no run back. They're gone. Like,
Right, they're gone. Yeah, they move on to the next one to
which
get
is
that
fine.
next
I mean, it's
easy
fine.
win.
I probably don't want
It's
to
not
run
fine.
back, but
It's not fine.
it just
Fuck them.
sucks. It's like that's gets annoying. I mean, when it comes to games like that where you have to have like solid connections, that's when I'm really about like better be fucking hardline, you know.
But it also has
Everything else,
it
like,
also has to
like
do
if
with
I'm
the
playing
netcode
Mario,
too.
if I'm playing Mario Party, and like those,
But it also has to do with the developer's netcode.
That's
Like
true,
if the
yeah.
netcode sucks ass, like then yeah, like you know, it's gonna be a terrible time. Kind of like i.e. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate or whatever. Like those games suck for online, but in person they're awesome.
and
They're
it sucks
fun.
because you and me, we play and we literally live across town,
Right.
and it was like great. Some connections were okay, and some connections were just like,
I was like,
God.
cool. I'm hardwired.
Yeah.
You're hardwired.
Well, my
And-
Switch is
oh, or your Switch isn't.
I'm a
But
Wi-Fi
like,
player. I'm
but you
filthy
still
casual.
have good internet regardless. You have
Yeah.
a great Wi-Fi system. But like still, even and then we would have to be on the phone.
That was so odd.
It's so bad, right? It would just be like, oh, just set it up next to the computer and we'll just be on Discord.
I really hope Nintendo
They need
looks
to fix
back
that.
and listens to their QA from their audience and be like, hey, we should work on this.
But
Going back to Guilty Gear, so I saw a lot of tweets where people were talking about how like the PC version. So far, the general consensus, the opinion is the PC runs a little bit better.
mhm.
As for like better load times, a little bit smoother with the input lag.
Yeah.
Just a hair better compared to the consoles.
Okay.
And someone was saying, well, it's a shame that PlayStation 4 is still going to be the tournament.
Is it?
They're going to be the tournament, standard when it comes to what you call it. And somebody brought the good point. It's like, yeah, are you going to bring your PC to every event you go? Are you going to provide PCs for everybody and then
Right,
have
it creates a good
USB?
baseline.
Yeah, it's like, that's true. I mean, even though PlayStation may not be the most optimal, they're probably the most ubiquitous systems that are out there. You like that, huh?
Ubiquitous.
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 Close enough. I was trying
Love
to
it. You were
use that
good.
word.
That was
It
good.
was almost there.
You're
I was
almost
hoping to
there.
slip it in there. You caught it.
Almost there. I was like,
I need to work on my constitution. Big words, huh?
big words, huh?
Big
you?
words, right?
Right?
But yeah, being such a common system, I could see why that would be the tournament standard.
I'd agree with that.
Because it's like,
decision.
yeah, can everybody bring their PC to what you call it? Can they provide that many, really top notch?
and
That's true. You have to think about the logistics of it.
right. And even then, like whenever they do like CS:GO tournaments or Overwatch tournaments, all PCs are exactly alike all the way across the board. And I can tell you right now, if they wanted to build PCs to run all these things, good luck. Like,
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I hate to break to you, but the FGC ain't got the most money.
no, definitely not.
CS:GO, they literally have arenas and presentations and
Mhm.
casters. They don't call commentators, and the FGC don't call commentators. Can't call them casters. I don't know why. But they got the whole suits and everything and picture in picture. Hey, take it away, Dana. Okay, you talking about
Dana?
or whatever.
No, this is a great.
But you know
name.
what I'm talking
yeah.
Yeah, it's very gender safe. So I mean, they could just take it away and have this production level. But in the FGC, it's literally just local grassroots
People
just
that
doing
are in that city.
that just love to do it and just stream it and get
Right.
together. Like, hey, who wants to do commentary? Stuff like that. They
Yeah.
don't have the biggest of budget, so good luck trying to provide X amount of
I think
you
yeah,
know.
they went with the safe bet, and that's definitely where they needed to be.
But
on
it's
that.
not. It's not for sure. It's not for sure. It's just hearsay from what I've gathered because the locals haven't opened up yet. And, offline tournaments have happened yet. But it seems like if there is,
But if I was to throw
standard.
if I was going to throw a tournament together, I wouldn't be fucking building PCs to run this game. I would just buy a shitload of PlayStation 4s.
yeah,
Makes it way easier.
True.
way easier.
Yeah, just the logistics of handling it.
Just
So I mean, that's just I saw people tweeting that out, and I thought it was interesting. I mean, I could see points from both sides, but at the end, it's like you got to make the most bang for your buck. If you're gonna run a tournament, which is a lot of times like it's just money out of their own pockets from the TOs, from the tournament organizers. Yeah, you probably just have to go with the PlayStation because it's already around. People already have them,
right.
to set up just to have setups everywhere. So I thought it was interesting, and I can't wait till it actually starts making some more offline events. I could just see how it goes.
What's the first tournament for Guilty Gear?
I have no idea, to tell you the truth. I have no idea.
Nothing in,
I haven't seen any Arc Systems World Tours yet. I know they had some last year, even during COVID, online for Dragon Ball, which even still wasn't the best of connections.
Was that an Arc Systems game?
Yeah.
Oh,
they well, it's a Bandai Namco developed game. No, it's developed by Arc System and published by Bandai Namco.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So, yeah, they had some Arc System world tours. I think it was Dragon Ball.
If you say fucking, what's that
BB
one?
Tag,
what's that one
Unist,
game that was
which one?
terrible? The 3D fighter with
Shonen
all the
Jump? The Shonen Jump Arena Fighter?
No, it's the one. Yeah, it's the one with all the heroes from all the animes.
All the Shonen Jump ones.
Yeah, what is that? Is that Shonen Jump?
It's called Shonen Jump something.
Oh, bro, that game looked terrible.
And it's funny. Some people are like, "Yo, why can't this be a fighting game standard?" I'm like,
pass.
No,
it's
not.
But no, though, we're good. We don't need to see that.
Yeah, I don't know. It becomes a whole discussion. But yeah, it's like no one's gonna play it.
No one.
I mean, don't get me wrong. People like who love anime want to just see their favorite anime players colliding in a big arena. Cool, but like if you really want to like sit down and like talk frames and data and
it's not the game. It's for filthy casual.
For filthy weebs. Which is nothing's wrong being
still
a weeb.
Fun.
Nothing's wrong being a weeb.
But
what else did I have? Oh, I saw this that was interesting. So Valve takes further steps to stop users from using VPNs to abuse regional pricing on Steam.
You don't even need to use a VPN.
Valve added a limit on how often you could change your Steam account's country.
That's correct.
Country may not be updated more than once every 3 months.
Correct. So some games are on sale cheaper in different areas than they are. So like if a person in Brazil was to have a gaming PC and want to buy games on Steam, they would of course put their region as North America.
South America. Oh, wait. Before
they're in South America, so they would put their region as North America to get the cheaper prices because from dinero to dollars is actually way better on this side than it is there. So I would understand that. Like here, like if you were gonna do anything, the only reason you would move regions here is to catch a sale at a certain point, for certain games or whatever, or get the game before release date.
I think it would also due to a lot of people who have like the gacha games to get like certain banners. As only some characters come out like in Japan only, or Korea only, or something like that.
There is stuff like that, but mainly it's to get a game early. So if you set your region to Australia, you would get the game the night before, and you would be able to start playing the night before. But people were doing that left and right. They would buy a game, whatever, fucking Cyberpunk. They buy Cyberpunk and they get it the night before because there's a full like 26-hour difference or some shit like that from us to them
today.
Yeah, they're already in tomorrow. It's crazy. So yeah, like there was things like that, but mainly what it is for people in other countries that were trying to buy games at American prices and or other prices where the sales were significantly higher because that game wasn't selling so well in that market, so they dropped the price even lower to kind of make it sell better there. Mm-hmm. So I get where they're coming from on that, and I honestly don't see a problem with it if they're trying to maintain that developer friendship. With all the people that publish games on Steam, to get them the cut that they want, because I mean people have been jumping ship and doing like Epic exclusivities and things like that because Epic's paying a higher percentage. So the thing that they could do to match that is hey, we're gonna region lock people. You can only change every so often, So if you're gonna change regions, do it for a good one.
well, I also think it's just the pricing of a game. I know, like just like you talked about the value of the dinero.
Dinero is what it is in Brazil, I
or
believe.
South
Yeah.
America, whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
It's all
ignorant.
good.
I don't know.
It's okay. We're in America.
Compared to the,
Who cares about everybody else?
compared to the USD, you know, it's night and day difference. And I know, like in Brazil, like even like I heard people talk about like they'll buy PlayStations from the US and then just bring them in when they go back to their country, because just finding a gaming console is either very expensive or hard to find.
Yeah, I think they go for around $700 brand new, especially in Mexico. I remember going to like Walmarts and stuff back in the day. Whenever I would go, it would just be like, oh, ridiculously overpriced.
Really?
And that was after converting from pesos to USD or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I feel that, like, if you ever, I mean, you've driven down Beltway 8 by my mom's old house, and there's that Best Buy right there on the corner. Have you ever like stopped at that light for any amount of time?
Isn't it like
ever?
Panhandler Town?
No, dude, there's fucking people that have gotten off the ships at the fucking,
I saw that,
and they walk to Best Buy and they pick up fucking
that.
bags of shit, and they walk across and they go eat at Applebee's or Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever the fuck, and then they get back on a taxi or a Uber or whatever, and they go back to their ship with fucking bags of electronics, dude.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah,
man, dude, like they would come in off the boat, like, because they work on a ship, on a container ship, and they would have a few hours to kill, and they would, oh, where's the nearest Best Buy? Well, it's right across the bridge. Let's go over there. And they would go over there and fucking buy everything up. And
You're right.
So yeah, I mean, it happens all the time because shit is just cheaper here for whatever the fuck reason. And they ain't gonna pay no taxes, sales tax.
Just bring it back, yeah.
Just walk it back, dude. Why not?
Yeah, it just sucks that I know, like, you want everybody to enjoy the you know, the game that you're playing, but sometimes it's just the price, and I don't understand the pricing. I don't know the laws. I don't know the conversions. I don't know if it's just because.
Well, like, building a gaming PC in Australia is ridiculously expensive.
Is it?
Ridiculously. They get, I don't know if it's just because they're overtaxed or their money's undervalued or whatever it is, but like, I think it's the import tax is exactly what it is.
They import everything, right?
Unless
they have their own factories.
Everything. They import everything. And China's like right there. But like, everything is ridiculously expensive. So a graphics card here that would cost $1,000, probably like 1,500 Australian dollars.
That's what I heard about Hawaii too. Like, just living in Hawaii.
Oh, it's so
everything
expensive.
has to be imported. Unless you want pineapples.
Yeah, you want good internet?
You want pineapples?
No.
Yeah, you want internet?
You want internet?
Yeah, I was actually in a Brian F stream, and he was gonna raid somebody else, you know, because his channel, like, he was done for the night. He's like, let's go raid this guy, and it was some random dude that's playing Street Fighter, and he just happened to be living in Hawaii, and he was about to do his locals. He's like, oh, hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? You know, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. You know, and he's like, I'm about to do a local, and everybody's like, yeah, local is awesome. I mean, online locals tournaments. And he's like, I'm just playing some online matches, and the best I could get is maybe 1 bar, maybe 2 bars, and that's the best. Like, that's when you like, damn, that's like the best possible connection you get when he's like, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Shit, you're trying to play worldwide? Yeah, or there's anybody like
there's a cable that goes in the ocean, which is like so thick, full of insulation, that just runs over
the mainland.
Yeah, it runs to the mainland so they can get shit. Internet. Yeah, internet. Crazy. Now, I mean, mostly it's satellites, but back in the day, it was this fucking giant cable, dude. It was crazy, and it would just be like I think it was like 2 feet of insulation for wires that were like that. Yeah, to get away from the saltwater corrosion. So there's a lot of that stuff, dude. But like importing everything into a place, because I mean, we import a lot of things too, but there are also things that are made here. You know what I mean? Like, it's a given. It's a give and take. So. In a place like Australia, things are just way more expensive. Games are expensive. Computer components are expensive. Just like anything that they import is just like super expensive. But like if you're here, it's a little bit cheaper for whatever reason until you get to the computer components, and then it becomes a little bit more expensive because it's like, you know,
yeah, Mikhail came in here the other day. She's like, "Are PlayStations still hard to find?" Like,
yeah,
I mean, you can still buy them, but you have to, you know, keep your eye. You have to be looking, you know, keep your eyes open and have, you know, bots that you know when you're gonna find them. But as for like just walking into your Best Buy or Walmart and say, "Oh, I'll take a PlayStation, please,"
can't do that.
It doesn't work that way. It's
not right now.
Not. Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I understand where Steam is coming from.
Yeah,
I understand that. I respect it. At least they're being open and upfront about it. They just didn't do some kind of like shadow change. I'm perfectly fine with them doing what it is that they're doing, and trying to get the developers their money, and trying to keep the release dates secure and all that other stuff. I completely understand what Steam is doing. I don't see this as a money grab or anything nefarious coming from them. I see it as just like an honest to God, like, hey, this is a company. We're just trying to do our job. We're trying to get everybody paid, and you're fucking it up for everybody. So you guys need to stop. Basically, that's what
true.
I see that,
Yeah, that's true. They're not trying to scam you or screw you over. They're just telling you straight up, hey, look, we're putting some protocols in place to make sure you're where you're from, and if you want to change it once every 3 months.
And a game that was real big on the VPNs and stuff like that, with region locking and stuff like that, was that Lost Ark game I was telling you about. That's coming to the US pretty soon.
Korean action RPG,
ARPG MMO, whatever the fuck they wanted to call it. And I'm still excited for the game, but like I wanted to play it, but I would have to get a VPN with a Korean email address and to like speak Korean to learn what the fuck's going on in the game. And it's like all I had to do was wait it out, and then like now 2 years later it's coming to.
Yeah, I remember Kevin telling me there's some sort of online mobile game that's you can only play it in Korea, I think.
I'm sure.
And it's really popular, like even with among on the US side, but even they would like they don't even acknowledge the US fan base. Like if you want to play it, you gotta go to a Korean website, have it translated, and then play off of there.
Exactly.
Like, damn, that sucks.
And I mean, some things are region locked, guys. Like that's just the way it is.
It is the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I remember when Grand Blue Fantasy was coming out, the fighting game from Arc System right before Guilty Gear.
Right.
I was hyped for that one to come out, but it was like it's gonna come out in Asia first.
Right. Japan.
Like,
it came out in Japan like 3 weeks before.
Yeah,
or something like that.
And you wanted, and some people were playing it, but they had to get a VPN and change it to that region, and then convert USD to the currency that's over there. It's like, and then even when you get the game, it's all in
Japanese.
Yeah, in Japanese. So yeah, I was like, nah, bro, I'll wait.
Yeah,
like, I want to play the game.
Not that bad.
But yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Aren't you glad you didn't jump through all those hoops to do that? Because that game wasn't angry. I mean, it was
the game. I think the accessibility of the game is great, but it came out in a bad time where where Netcode was like third, fourth down the list for that game. Where now it's like it has to be prime.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think region locking is fine. Especially like people don't want to go through translations. You know how hard it is to translate things correctly from Japanese to American or English or any other fucking language. You know how hard it is to do that stuff. Like I get updates on games that are so old. Like, oh, we have a localization fix going out for Germanic people that play this game or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want this 2 gigabyte update for them to fix a Portuguese language that I don't use. Like it happens all the time, dude. I'll get like regular.
How do you feel about it with movies? Like when there's like a really good Asian movie, and then like you go watch it, but it'll be subtitled.
I'll watch it with subtitles. I love that shit, dude. Parasite is one of my favorite movies.
That's a Korean one, I believe.
Yeah,
right? That was
Korean.
It won like the
South Korean movie of the year
back in 2020, I think.
2019.
Right before the COVID. Yeah, 2019. Yeah.
Oh my God,
and I hear some people saying like, well, I want to have a to come to America, but with do it all over with English.
Dude, that drives me nuts, dude.
It's like at a certain point, it's like, yeah, I understand you want the movie to conform to you, but at the same time, it kind of loses some of its essence.
Right. And I don't mind watching things in their original language as long as I get subtitles or whatever.
Like that option, yeah.
I was watching Who Killed Sarah on Netflix.
A Spanish one, right?
It's a Spanish, like actual Spaniard, like telenovela or whatever on Netflix. And it's good in English. It's good. It's watchable.
Yeah.
But I tell you, that shit in Spanish, bro, is fire. Like I was listening to it, watching it, and all that stuff, and I was like, is this a fucking Spanish show? And I swapped over to like the original language. I was like, oh, this is way better.
That's how I felt when I was watching Narcos. Because you know how they're speaking English and it goes into Spanish and then back to English at the same time. And even if they're speaking Spanish, you can see the English subtitle. Yeah. But I was like, whatever, I know what they're talking about anyway. Because I was like, what's
going on here? I gotta read.
Yeah.
I fucking love Narcos for that. Because they kept it true to form.
Yes.
And I enjoy Parasite. I enjoy Train to Busan. I fucking love all these fucking Asian movies that don't come out in America. I enjoy watching them in their original language. I don't care if it's subtitled. Just give me a good experience. Yeah. And like you were trying to enjoy Ghost of Tsushima that way. I think you were trying to do the Japanese voice.
What I couldn't enjoy was that it was all black and white.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Because like, don't get me wrong, the cinematics of black and white is cool, but when there's sword attack and it's an unblockable.
You don't know?
Like at one point, you think they would just highlight that part?
Just that
red.
one red is blue.
Yeah, like red, unblockable. Okay, I can't parry this shit. Blue, okay, I can avoid it. Like at one point, like just add that.
Right. But that would be like somebody taking, I don't know, fucking Hateful Eight or some masterpiece Quentin Tarantino movie, Pulp Fiction or whatever, and remaking it in
CGI
Korea, but just like with all Korean actors. And like, you wouldn't want them to do that. But like at the same time, we don't want, what Americans want is for, if they make an amazing movie, cool. Remake it in America with Americans, because with America, we don't want to read.
I don't want to read
while we watch our entertainment or whatever. But I personally prefer the original format that the content comes out in, whether it be in English, Spanish, Arabic, Indian, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, I want to watch it.
If it's good content, it's good content.
Fucking Bollywood movies are dope, dude.
They're so over the top.
Silly,
yeah,
bro.
they're so over the top. They're fun.
So silly. They're just so fun to watch, man. And if you remake those, you just couldn't do it.
That's like an actual genre too. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck's Bollywood?
Bollywood's dope,
just
dude.
Indian, just
Indian action movies is dope.
I was like, what?
Or like Ong Bak. Like, Ong Bak wasn't in English originally, but that's a great action movie as it was with English subtitles. Like, leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's great. Like, you can't replace Tony Jaa. Okay? Like, Jackie Chan's old as fuck. Like, he's not coming back.
He ain't coming back. He's old man.
He's doing green screen.
He's an old man.
But yeah, so I'm all about enjoying the content in its original thing, as long as, like, if you're jumping through hoops to get this game early, then do that. But
yeah.
I'm glad that Steam is taking the steps necessary to do what it is that they need to do. But I do have a couple things, actually.
I got one more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I got one more.
I didn't mean to fucking cut you off.
This one,
You
and
put your
this
book
one,
down.
and this one fucking hurt me.
Oh, it hurt?
It fucking hurt.
I'm surprised we're an hour and 15 in and we had like 5 topics.
We're just milking the shit out of it.
Milking
Okay,
the shit out of
so Harada, the main developer for Tekken,
Okay.
he said on his YouTube show,
Oh, I did see this.
Tekken X Street Fighter is
still happening.
dead.
He said it wasn't dead.
Is that it's dead. He said, yeah, development stopped, but we got to like 30% done. He's like, some of the models look cool, the females look great, the sim look good.
I was reading that it wasn't dead.
No, he said it was dead.
No, fuck out of here.
So-
I will look this up right now.
And so I was like, oh no.
Is it Tekken X Street Fighter or Street Fighter X Tekken?
Tekken X Street Fighter. Because the first one was Street Fighter X Tekken, which came out in 2012. And I didn't play it all that much, but I know it had like a gem system, which was like, I don't
3 days ago. Here we go.
happened.
I was reading this too.
Okay.
It says Tekken X Street Fighter hasn't been canceled after all.
Oh.
That's what I was reading. I read like 4 or 5 different news stories. So this is just from what I read earlier today. Fighting game fans can exhale a little as reports of Tekken X Street Fighter's demise appear to have been greatly exaggerated.
Okay.
During the latest episode of Tekken series lead Katsuhiro Harada's video talk show about Harada's bar, the English subtitles for the show stated that Harada had claimed that the project was dead in the water. However, that was not what was intended to be said. Whilst talking about concept art, Harada was subtitled as saying, "We wanted to show it, but the project died." In a tweet, he clarified that it should have said that the development has been paused for the time being, as opposed to being terminated altogether.
Okay.
So everything that I was reading was saying the complete opposite of what you got.
I'm gonna do like Hawkeye. Don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope.
Don't give me
it's
hope.
coming, bro.
Don't do that. Don't give me hope.
It's coming, bro. I was reading the exact opposite.
Okay.
Because you said it was dead, and I was like, wait, that's not what I was reading all day.
And the thing is, I gotta like learn to just be patient, because that's how I was with Elden Ring. I was like, okay, this game's dead.
No.
George R. R. Martin is not even finishing his main set of books.
Woosah, motherfucker.
So yeah, so From Software's gonna have to scrap it, restart, and do something else. But no, it's coming out. So maybe, just maybe,
so from
Tekken X Street Fighter might come out.
From Harada's bar tweet,
Harada.
exactly. It says Tekken 7 character data talk and birthday surprise English sub. There was some missing nuance in the English translation of this video. We apologize for this error. We're very sorry. Please see Harada's explanation below that clears things up, and it goes into a twit longer, which gives it all the stuff that it needs to be. So, yeah.
Good.
Calm down.
Okay.
Relax.
It could happen. It could happen.
Exhale. It might still happen.
It could happen. It's possible. But you know, Harada, he's like, don't ask you for shit. He literally wears a shirt that says that.
Okay.
Because people are saying, hey, put so and so in Tekken, like,
fuck off
for shit. Yeah.
Fuck off. I do what I want. Kind of like what's his name from Super Smash Brothers? Like it's already been determined. Like I don't know what you want.
Sakurai, yeah,
Sakurai's just
Sakurai.
like I got it already. They're like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Well, you put another. What was you say?
No, they wanted freaking Sora from
who cares?
Kingdom Hearts.
Who cares?
Sora, yeah, I want Sora. Why is he not in there?
Because he's in a AAA video game that came out fucking 20 years ago.
And I'm telling you, the comments, dude, when freaking Kazuya came out, they're like, "Who's
Another,
this?
what do they call it?
Another Shoto.
Shoto.
Who's this
another
guy?
Shoto.
This guy's a freaking FGC boomer." Like, what? Like, shut up! I don't even know who that is.
Bro, name the last good Kingdom Hearts game. Go. None
I've
of
never
them?
played
Got
any
it.
of
All
'em.
right.
I know there's a fan base. I know there's a fan base.
I think Master Chief would make more sense inside of Smash.
Master Chief, he's an icon. He's a video game icon.
Icon.
He's literally a video game icon.
God of War. Anybody else other than fucking what's his name? Sakura?
If they could pull in one of the main icons from an Xbox game, from a Microsoft game, or from a Sony's game, like that is like iconic of those two, either two of those what you call it? Great.
Well, Banjo Kazooie, Solid Snake, those are Microsoft and Sony respectively.
Yeah, Banjo Kazooie, I think he got the nod because he at one point Rare was a Nintendo development, and for sure Metal Gear, it was never like a.
Oh, that was definitely a Sony exclusive all the way up until 5.
Up until
5.
Well, they have some cross. Well, they made some remakes and ports.
Nintendo for the first 2.
Yeah.
The Twin Snakes one. Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I think they need. I do think they need a top tier. Both Sony, which I would fucking argue to say that this new character from Tekken is kind of up there, because whenever I think Tekken, I always think PlayStation for some reason. Like that's just me. That's where my brain goes.
Mm-hmm.
But it isn't Sony, you know, because it's Tekken. So
yeah.
But like, whenever I always heard the name Tekken, I always thought, for whatever reason, I always thought PlayStation. Whatever. Like,
Fair enough.
I don't think it was on Nintendo 64, but it was on PlayStation.
I know it's on PlayStation for sure.
It wasn't on GameCube. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't recall.
I don't think it was on GameCube at all. So like, I always thought PlayStation. It didn't come out until Xbox until like way later, because Xbox came out way later at that point. But so I always, whenever I hear the word Tekken, it's always synonymous to me with Sony PlayStation. Like, I'm not gonna play it on.
Fair enough. Yeah. Definitely. Like, if the last one, because I think the last one's slated to come out like in winter of
December,
2021.
yeah.
If I was to put my money, I would say Master Chief from Microsoft or Kratos from Sony.
Okay.
And I think you could add those, and Sakurai could put some. He could work with. If you give him those, I think he could work with Sakurai. Could work with those those characters, and like, okay, I could put it in Spanish.
I'm gonna take away Kratos, because Kratos is a very violent character, and I would go with either Ratchet and Clank.
Okay.
As a tandem character, kind of like Ice Climbers. I think that would be perfect.
Okay.
And not granted that the game just came out and all that stuff, or I would go with Aloy.
Aloy, yeah.
Because the game is now, they have a new game coming out as well. But if I was gonna go with Sony on any of those characters, it would be one of those.
Don't say Joel. Swear to God, don't say Joel.
No, he's dead.
Guys, you heard it here first.
But what I'm saying is Ratchet and Clank is more child friendly, being that the game is more child friendly than anything else. Even though like adults play the shit out of that game, Ratchet and Clank would be a good tandem character. Not the same as, and I mean, he'd be perfect, dude. The wrench, the fucking guns.
Tools, yeah.
He's got the Ratchet on his, Clank on his back to fucking hover in the air for his up B. Like, it's all there. Like, as much as I'm thinking about it. But Aloy would also be very, very good as well. I would love to see any kind of Sony character in Super Smash Brothers, but I would also love to see Master Chief or the Arbiter, the Arbiter's already been done in a fighting game in Killer Instinct, right?
Yeah.
What other Microsoft exclusives do they have? Nothing.
Unless they put one of the meatheads from Gears.
But they could do that, but they're a little violent though.
Yeah, and they're heavy on the guns, which Nintendo kind of, which is weird because like Bayonetta has guns.
Samus has got the arm
blaster,
arm Mega Man,
kind of like more comical.
Yeah,
Joker has a gun.
Yes, he does. Two guns.
I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, I'm excited to see who the last character is, and if they go forward with more, I would like to see that too.
Just I hope they learn their lesson from season 1 and don't bring in like a Fire Emblem character like Byleth. I totally forgot he was in the game.
Oh yeah, because they
So-
got like 6 of them. Right?
Yeah. I was listening to the Double Tap podcast, and we're talking about the Smash season 1.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, you remember Byleth? I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's a
shit.
thing.
That's right. Find more Fire Emblem characters. Yeah, let's not do that.
Uh,
Hopefully not.
let's not do any more Fire Emblem
Yeah.
characters. No more Sword Boys, please.
Yeah.
So I got a couple things. They're all PC based.
Nice.
Well, except for one. But I only had like 3 topics this week because this week wasn't popping. Let's be real. It's low tide right after E3.
After E3, everything's like,
Yeah.
you know.
So Epic Game Service on PC has added a voice chat, and they added easy anti-cheat. So
Really?
Steam has had these things for quite a long time. And one thing that was missing from the Epic Game Store was the fact that you had to use an outside voice chat if you wanted to voice chat with people. You could still chat, but they didn't really have like an overlay or anything like that. And another thing that was missing was easy anti-cheat for all the multiplayer games. So games like Halo use easy anti-cheat. Games like I can't think of. There's so many that use easy.
Which is
anti-cheat.
weird that they haven't had that since day one. Since Fortnite is their biggest game,
Right.
I think it's fair to say Fortnite's their biggest
It's
game.
definitely their biggest
right?
game. Yeah, definitely their biggest
You
game.
figured there'd be some anti-cheat. I don't know if there is or isn't, but you figured they would have brought in from there, at least from their game side, from their launch server,
Right.
brought in from that side.
I think that Fortnite uses their own thing, but they're bringing it in as kind of like just like
An extra layer, I
like just like,
guess?
hey, here's this, because like I still don't think they offer refunds, which is something that Steam does. They do pay the developers more, which is something that Steam doesn't do. The integration with like socials and stuff, that's in Epic. The crossplay is there between like pretty much all Epic games except for, like Sony, unless you're playing like Rocket League or something like that. Like there's definitely certain things that are missing from Epic, and the fact that it's taken them this long to add these 2 key features in is a little like, what took you so long, kind of a thing. But I'm glad that they are adding it in there and becoming more of a respectable, not that they're not respected, but a more
Well, they're
respectable
definitely
game
growing
service.
because they had some, like kind of like a kind of a slow start at the gate at the beginning. I know they had the problems with the credit cards. Remember, you told me about that. What else did they have?
And I've never put my credit card information in there. I always use PayPal. As long as you give me the PayPal thing,
That's a better option.
I'm way better with that. But I still never put my credit card in there. But definitely PayPal as a service is cool. But I'm glad that they're taking the steps to make their gaming platform better, and moving it more towards the right direction. Now, where Steam is at, I think Steam is in a good place, being that it runs on both Linux, Mac, and PC, and they have to cater to all 3 of the groups at the same time, which is insane. Epic being on Apple and only Apple and PC, and that's about it. So I'm glad that they are taking these steps. They need more things in place to make them a top tier competitor with Steam, other than just giving out more money to devs.
They are definitely making the push to, like, here's free games, guys. Every week, come in. Here's a free game.
Speaking of which,
even though if you don't play it, here's a free game. Which I love that feature. And I know they have to be shilling out so much money.
So much money.
Because not everybody gets all these games, but they're paying every developer that does that. Hey, can we have the free game? And I don't know if we brought this up or not, on air or off air, but we talked about exclusivity with Final Fantasy. Up to
that is a rumor.
It's still rumored.
So far. Okay. So it's still rumored as of right now. They actually haven't put up a store page.
Okay.
For those yet. I know that all the Kingdom Hearts did come out on Epic.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
As far as Square Enix goes, but I haven't seen anything else as far as Final Fantasy. I've been checking as well. Speaking of which, free games. Sonic Mania is free on Epic right now, well as something else. You remember that game where you're racing in like a Ferrari, like an old school Nintendo 64 game?
Cruising the World?
Cruising or some shit like that.
USA, something like that.
One of those games, one of those little racing games or whatever. That's on Epic.
Like an arcade style racing game.
Exactly like that. That's also free on Epic right now, since we're talking about free games. But as far as exclusivity on Final Fantasy, I haven't seen anything on that yet.
Which surprises me, like just the fact that PlayStation game, like not PlayStation game, but I guess that Final Fantasy is coming to PC.
Right.
But it shouldn't surprise you because there is some Final Fantasy games already out there.
Right. Wasn't Final Fantasy 13 an exclusive to Xbox?
exclusive. I think that was one of the first ones that came out to
And that was the one that like
Xbox.
sucked.
I don't know if it was exclusive. I know it was one of the first ones that was available on the console.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was exclusive to Xbox for some reason. That might be
No.
my mistake. But yeah, they I haven't seen anything on the exclusivity of those at this point in time, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Like if Square Enix wanted to make a deal with Epic, I don't see.
Well, another thing that I do like about Epic Game Store is that the fact that it exists.
Yeah,
That
competition.
Yeah, it's competition to Steam, so they can like they just can't be the the fat lazy guy and be like, we're gonna do whatever we want.
You also have
know?
GOG guys. GOG is the one that you go to if you don't want DRM. So people that use Lenovo and things like that. So there's the EA, whatever the fuck they're calling it now. They just changed names. I can't remember. There's the Uplay one from Ubisoft. There's Steam. There's Epic. There's so many. And then there's the GOG. And GOG, what they do is they're also giving out free games right now anyway. But it's a DRM free version. So anything that you buy on GOG never has DRM attached to it. So whether it be Witcher, Cyberpunk, or name any of the Metal Gear Solid is on there.
Mhm.
1 and 2 are both on GOG. They're all DRM free, which means like I could literally put it on a CD and hand it to you and be like, here, put this in your computer,
Yeah.
and it would work. You don't need a CD key. You don't need anything like that. So that's the other alternative. And then you have Humble Bundle. The list goes on. So yeah, there's a bunch of different ones out there, and I'm glad that GOG's out there unifying them under one banner.
I never used GOG. That's why I just didn't think about them.
You didn't even think about
No.
GOG? GOG's great.
It doesn't pop off my. It doesn't like. You're right. There's GOG and other humble bundle. I know they're out there, but it's just like,
They're out there.
It just to me, it's just when it comes to PC gaming. Can I find it on Steam? Can I find it on Epic Game Store?
Yeah, that's
And
basically
either
where
or.
you're at.
I mean, that's just me. I mean, when it comes to like finding something on PC, if I can't find one on the one side, let me try the other one.
Right. And I'm right there with you. I don't like the Origin or EA, whatever it's called now. I haven't bought anything on there in a while. And like as soon as Apex came out on Steam, I was like, oh, okay. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah,
I
got rid of it.
don't want to play with you anymore.
Get
But
off.
with Game Pass, and all the EA games that are on Game Pass, you have to actually download their little soft, their light EA, whatever the hell it's called now, which is fine.
Okay.
It's fine. But if I could have done without that, that would have been way better. So I haven't actually installed any EA games on my PC. I have them all installed on Xbox. So speaking of PC and Xbox and Game Pass is going to be built into the brand new Windows 11, which is coming out this holiday
I
season.
didn't talk about it.
So it got announced on Thursday. And they're changing up the look. Of course, the UI gets changed up and all that stuff. But one of the main things is like Game Pass is going to be built into PC. So this is not something that they're, it's not Windows Live, games with Windows Live. You weren't around in PC gaming for that. That was absolutely dog shit terrible.
Was it?
Oh, it was so bad. And like games that
the
are
interface was bad or what?
oh,
Everything.
it's just so bad. But games that are like locked into it, like Grand Theft Auto 4, which is the one that came out 15 years ago, because they still
No, that's Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh no, yeah, 15 years, not 12 years ago, 15 years ago. So games like Fallout 3 and Grand Theft Auto 4 and the games that came out around that era, around the 360 era, that were also on PC and console, they also ran games for Windows Live where you would have to sign into Xbox Live on your thing, and then like another little pop-up would come up. It was just fucking annoying. So with this new app on Windows 10, they're actually implementing it directly into Windows 11, which I think is a great move. Anybody who has a laptop or a PC will be able to use xCloud and or to install games onto their actual PC, which is very fucking smart, dude.
This is what Phil Spencer was talking about, their ecosystem, huh?
He's so
This is
so
it.
good.
This is an alarm. This is it, boys.
This is it. We're going live.
Just gonna integrate everything.
So Windows 11 is supposed to be out, but since we're talking about xCloud, a lot of games got upgraded in xCloud. This is my last topic, by the way. A lot of games got upgraded in xCloud for at the time, at the launch of xCloud, it was using Xbox Ones and things like that. Now they've upgraded many games into the Series X's. So now you'll get faster loading times, more frame rate. You'll have the ability to play at 4K or whatever they'll. So now most of the, not most, but some
majority
games,
or the bigger games, I guess.
Right. The more Microsoft,
Their flagship games.
their flagship games, are all using Series X's to be powered for your game streaming.
Damn.
So you're getting those graphic options and quality options and higher frame rates and load times, which is tremendous for a game when you're playing online or streaming it over. Yeah, it's great. So I'm glad that they're starting to make that transition now, and that no extra cost to the player, which is awesome. You just got to stick around for your 15. And I gotta tell me, fucking Game Pass, dude, is dope as shit. But one thing that I wish that they wouldn't do, and
pause feature, maybe. I think that's what Kel's doing. I think she's pausing it around until she finds something to come back to, because she's still playing Hades.
Oh, that'd be great. But I've been getting notifications like
fucking back.
Stupid notifications. Here, I mean,
where'd you go? Come back.
No, it's
what?
It's worse than that. It's like fucking play this game now, or make sure you keep your subscription going.
Don't miss out
to play this game that's coming out in a month or whatever. Like,
good, bro.
Like, these are all the notifications from Xbox. But like, I was getting some stupid notifications, and I hated that. I was like, yo, this is enjoy your new perks and fucking Apex Legends or whatever the fucking. Check out these new games, but it was like, make sure you keep your subscription. Oh, here it is. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, The Ascent, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and more multiplayer masterpieces are on their way to Xbox Live Game Pass. Keep your membership going so you don't miss out.
I know.
Exclamation point.
I saw that part. Yeah, I was like,
what?
I don't know.
Why do you need to send me a notification like that for? Now I kind of want to.
I don't want to be.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
The Game Pass is cool, but I have the games that I do like. I know what I like. I have a very niche taste, and when I'm playing it, I'm going to be in there for a while.
Right.
Like if I just wanted to literally just want to be like, I'll play whatever. Then Netflix will be a better option. But right now, like, I know what I want to play.
Netflix,
and it's
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Same
thing.
Same thing.
But right now, I know what I want to play. I want to play a shit ton of Guilty Gear, and I'm only gonna find it,
on PC,
on Steam. Yeah, I'm not gonna find it on which is fine, But I mean, sometimes there's some gems in Game Pass, and the way they're just
Slay the Spire was one that I found.
Now they're gonna put it on freaking Windows 11, like integrating everything.
Built in, bro. Built in. I'm down. Let's go.
They're good. They're doing a good job. Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I got for this week, Bubba. How about you?
I think
that's it. That's it. Where can we find you, Rick?
We're doing tomorrow. Nothing special. Oh, just
work. Yeah, thanks. All right, I gotta go home. What time is it now? It's 9:48. I'll be home by 11. I gotta be up at 4 a.m.
That's way too early. Guys, you catch me at OS_Rick with the 1. You want to cash these hands on Guilty Gear?
Ooh.
Follow me. I'm for real. I'm on floor 7.
Okay, floor 7. Out of how many floors? 99.
Out of 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're pretty high up there.
I'm like slightly above average, which is fine though. I'm learning the game. But
just guys, like real life.
Yeah, I love playing Guilty Gear. You guys want to play some matches online? Let me know. I'm down. I'm having a good time. Whatever I want to learn and hang out and just come by the stream. I do Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Sometimes on the weekends. I used to play everything. Now it's just back to fighting games.
Back to fighting games.
So yeah, guys, drop by whenever and catch me there.
Hell yeah. As always, guys, you can catch me on all things social media at OS_Onslaught. And as always, guys, we love and appreciate every single one of you for hanging out with us. And if you're catching this show not live on all your podcast streaming platforms, we appreciate you as well. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you want to catch the podcast on all things social media, it's at Options Select Podcast or at optionselectpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want us to cover a specific topic.
Oh, yeah.
We love you guys so much. We appreciate every single one of you. And we'll see you guys next week for episode 112. Peace.
Love you. Bye.